Hey yo, you're from the Neighborhood Quarter Guy here, and oh man. Fighting game fans received a bit of sad news this past week. As it turns out, as it stands now, the English release of BlazBlue Central Fiction won't be getting an English dub. And when I heard the news, I was, to be honest, quite saddened. I mean, it's bad enough that Revelator didn't get an English dub, but it was especially after Guilty Gear Xrd Sign got a dub. But BlazBlue has had English voice acting from the very beginning, and to find out that it's not getting an English dub for the final chapter of the saga is just, at least from my perspective, really disheartening. And apparently Axis Games had regretted the decision as well. It was a tough decision for them. Apparently it was either release it earlier or wait 6 to 8 months to do the dub. It was a tough decision, but one that's ultimately saddening, to be honest. And I'm not alone here. There are quite a few people who, especially the whole hashtag no dub no buy thing, but even people who are involved in the BlazBlue series are saddened by this, particularly Patrick Seitz, the voice actor for the series protagonist, Ragna the Blood Edge, who is, in fact, my second favorite video game character of all time, and my previous mascot. And Patrick Seitz really made the role of Ragna for me. And not only was he the great voice for Ragna, but he was also further involved in this series for that, including being the VO director for Continuum Shift Extend. And he actually coordinated with Funimation to direct the voice actors for the BlazBlue Awesome Memory anime. And he went on record not only for his sadness regarding the fact that Central Fiction won't be getting a dub, but the unceremonious way which Axis announced it through a series of tweets. And but then a bit of the outcry happened, and since then, Axis went on to say that, quote-unquote, an English dub is possible, but sometimes devs need extra convincing. Petitions, fan games, etc. all help. Fan communities like you guys are instrumental in making series like BlazBlue and Guilty Gear possible here in the States. In fact, Patrick Seitz on his Facebook, he said that the outcries improved the chances of an English dub from where they were even 48 hours ago. Again, Axis isn't guaranteeing anything, but to be honest, we've got nothing to lose, BlazBlue fans. In fact, Patrick Seitz is encouraging BlazBlue fans to get vocal, but civil, in fact. Basically, he says, and I quote, passion and civility aren't mutually exclusive. Be respectful, but be seen and heard. So this is my way of being seen and heard. There's even a petition going around for supporting the dub for BlazBlue Central Fiction, which I have supported. And I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you're passionate about getting it dubbed. So, there's no guarantees that this will accomplish anything, but it's better to do something than do nothing, to be honest. That's why I stand with Ragna. Alright. Updates. I hope you enjoyed my latest countdown, which was my top 10 least favorite boss battles. Next countdown is my top 10 Neo Geo games. I've already got candidates lined up for that, but I haven't started scripting yet. Hopefully I'm going to get that out during next month. Also, I've told you about Extra Life. I'm doing it again this year. The official game day is this November, but any streams I do between now and then will be supporting Extra Life. I'll be sure to leave a link to my donation page on the Twitch page. And for my question of the week, this is particularly for BlazBlue fans. What are your thoughts on Central Fiction currently not getting an English dub? As always, leave your answers in the As always, leave your answers in the comments below. Favorite comments will be featured in the next episode. Here are last week's winners. And with that, time for the fourth wall mailbag. As always, send me your questions via YouTube messages and I'll feature my favorites on the next episode. First question this week comes from Douglas Stewart, who asks, if you were a JoJo character, what would you rather have, Hamon or a stand? I'd have to say a stand, definitely. In fact, I actually commissioned Yuki Goomba on DeviantArt, who actually did my channel icon, by the way. I actually gave her a concept for a stand I had in mind, and she actually did artwork for it. It's in my favorites on my DeviantArt page, so feel free to check it out. I just think stands have a lot more potential than just Hamon, to be honest. But if a stand can channel Hamon, so much the better. Heck, old Joseph's stand was able to do it. Next question comes from JM, aka Joker J779, who asks, do you prefer realistic games, say Last of Us and Uncharted series, or less realistic, stylized games like Jak and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot, Banjo-Kazooie, etc.? I would have to say the latter, because those kinds of games just make me feel like a kid inside, to be honest. I mean, I grew up with stuff like Mario, Mega Man, Kirby, Zelda, and in more recent years, I've just found it easier to get more into games that are more stylized in their art styles than the more realistic ones. It just feels more exciting from my perspective, to be honest. Next question comes from Chris Blue Ranger CIK Kennett, who asks, what are your thoughts on the way the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe appeared at the closing ceremony of the Rio Olympic Games? I have to say that was pretty cool, the way they involved Mario. I didn't actually watch the Olympics, but I heard about the closing ceremonies, and I heard they were considering Pikachu, but they decided with Mario because he's more recognizable. I mean, he's the face of Nintendo and pretty much the face of video games as a whole, so I guess it's no surprise that they went with him. But how many people honestly know what Doraemon is? I don't know. Last question this week comes from Drawboy66, who asks, are you getting impatient for Kingdom Hearts 3? I just want to kill Xehanort already.